Man, our point guards. This is a hard position right now, man, because we have some hybrid guards these days. Your your traditional point guard is the one who ran the offense, got everyone involved, floor general, understood everyone's spot on the floor is where they're supposed to be, where they're supposed to catch the ball, how they're supposed to get the ball, all the alternative decisions that need to be made if a play doesn't work, how are you going to run it again. That style of basketball has slowly changed. And it's not really bad. It's not really bad, but it's all on preference. And what you've grown up knowing and seeing it change right before your eyes can give you a different perspective of what is considered good basketball and not good basketball. That's why a lot of these conversations are subjective, and that's okay, as long as no one's being overly aggressive and being rude about trying to express and prove their point. That's really the only thing that comes down to it. So for me, I'm just gonna go through mine, and hopefully, as I'm going through it, it makes sense. So for me, I have some honorable mentions. Um, got Jason Kidd, and I really had Jason Kidd in my top five, but I had to really, really sit down and really think about like the trendsetters, the pioneers of basketball, who's kind of really set the tone for what basketball is. And Jason Kidd is a phenomenal point guard, phenomenal point guard. But I had to be mindful. And Steve Nash is a two-time league MVP, but he's still not in this category of the greatest point guards of all time because most people argue those two MVPs Steve Nash have probably supposed to be with Kobe and Shaq and or Tim Duncan. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. However, what I will say is I'll go through my list. I'll throw my honorable mentions out there quickly, and then I'll go through my list. As I mentioned, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, I have them on there, and I also would technically have James Harden as a point guard. I don't really consider him to be a shooting guard, although I have him number five on my shooting guard list because when I sit back and actually think about when James Harden would come in the game and how he would run the offense, he's always been the point guard. When he was at Oklahoma City coming off the bench as a sixth man of the year, Russ went to the two, he was playing the one. He was the one distributing the ball. That's point guard. Although he was still scoring, he was still distributing the ball. When he went to the Rockets, when he had Patrick Beverly and Jeremy Lin, he was playing shooting guard relatively, but he still ended up being the point guard. When he played with Philadelphia and had Tyrese Maxey, he was the point guard. When he just recently played with the when he played with the Clippers, he was a point guard. And then those two awkward years, one where he had much more success with Chris Paul, and then the 1 year or whatever, or the years in the bubble when he played with Russell Westbrook, he was playing the point guard. So it's kind of difficult because he's one of the ones I consider to be a hybrid. Him and Steph, those are the two hybrids. But I won't talk about Steph until I go up my list. But James Harden is in my honorable mentions as well as a point guard. John Stockton. John Stockton has to be in this conversation. Unfortunately, he did not win any league MVPs, nor did he win a championship. But I had to put him in there because he is what you would consider to be the essential point guard and floor general that you would want on the court, similar to Jason Kidd. But the difference is that yes, Jason Kidd has a title that he won with Dallas, but John Stockton is first in assists and first in steals. He has records that we thought Kareem's wasn't going to be broken, but John Stockton it's been said that John Stockton has records that will never be broken between the steals and the assists. So I have to put him on there. I have to. Number two, I have Isaiah Thomas, the original Bad Boys. He he has his two championships. One he was a Finals MVP for. Um, you know, I put him in there because yes, he had players that didn't really get along with him, and it wasn't on his side. But I believe he was slighted on being able to be on the dream team, and that's the one thing that I know would have kind of helped add more to his resume if he did have that gold medal with the dream team. Uh, Move forward to the number three. It's the Big O. This the original Mr. Triple Double. And to be a point guard at that time, to score, rebound, and assist like he did, he does have a league MVP, and he did win a championship with Milwaukee when he played with Kareem. So we can't overlook that. And then he's considered a pioneer of basketball. So I think that's what I might do for some of these guys. I might create a pioneer, like a foundational list. That way we can have a better and objective view of who kind of set the playing field. That way they're not getting slighted in these top 5 debates, and they'll still be getting mentioned. But I'll digress and move forward with Steph Curry. Jesus Christ. Oh, this dude has changed the game in a way that we will never see again. We'll never see it again. 4-time NBA champ. 2-time league MVP unanimous. 1-time finals MVP. I still think he was supposed to get the one in 2015 when they beat the Cavs, but that's not my position to to try to prove right now, because what's done is done. And he's made it to where the little guy can still, AI did it too, but he's made it to where the little guy can still be effective on the court. That's why you have to love Steph Curry. He's made it to where you cannot dismiss or deny his greatness. And so it's between him and the one I do have as the greatest point guard of all time, Magic Johnson, as to be argued as the greatest point guards. Magic Johnson, his 5 NBA championships, his 3 league MVPs. I mean, Showtime created what's called Showtime. Flashy moves, passes that you wouldn't see from a mile away. Someone at 6'9", similar to LeBron now, but at that time in which he was doing it, in which we've never seen it before. That's a trendsetter, a pioneer of basketball. Basketball wouldn't be what it is without Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. But as far as the point guard spot, basketball truly would not be what it is without him and Steph Curry as the top 2 point guards on this list. I know some people are gonna have some gripes about some people that's on this list, and that's okay. Just let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you soon.